Hello and welcome back to the crafting series with Anna, me. Today we will be scrapbooking like we did last time. I haven't done it in a while and I still have a lot of months left from last year, let alone the months from this year. So I have a lot of time to catch up on, and today I thought it would be a great day to do this. So let's get scrapbooking! But first we gotta let the candles burn, because I always like it when it's like a little bit cozy, instead of only having like the table. And it's autumn, so we love some cozy vibes to get us in the mood to scrapbook and take our time. So let's talk about how you can start with scrapbooking or creative journaling when you have never done it before. What I always start with is collecting all my materials. This can be washi tape, stickers, wallpapers, maybe gift wrapping paper, or even paper from old magazines. Some paint, pens, pencils, and of course the pictures that you want to remember. Then you will also need some glue or double-sided tape and a notebook where you can put everything in. A lot of the things that I use for my scrapbook I have had since my childhood, or they were given to me. Sometimes I buy new things, for example stickers, but most of them are leftovers. However, you can easily buy these things in like cheap stores or online. For example, in the Netherlands, you could go to The Action or bol.com. So when you have everything ready, you can pick a theme that you want to work with. This could be earthy tones, soft pastels, or a golden hour glow that reminds you of sunsets. You can decide to match this with the colors of your pictures, or you can do a new theme for each month like I do. If you know what you like, you can start looking for those things and those colors in your materials. For example, I chose green and yellow for the month of June, so I started looking for anything I have in that color. This could be stickers, papers, whatever I said beforehand. And usually I also make a header for each month that I work with, and you can also categorize this differently. For example, the seasons. The next thing you can do is start working on the layout of your pictures. I always like to play with this, so some of them are tilted, others are cut out or cut in funny angles, and then I place them on top of each other and often use other colored paper as a background or on top of them, like slightly. And you can cut them, you can rip them in different pieces to make it more crafty instead of like very static and organized. And you just have to try out a few different ways, and once you are satisfied you can stick them to the page. So for me it's always trial and error, and I will just look how it goes. After that is done, it is time to paste some stickers and washi tape over or next to the pictures. I usually do this on the places where it looks a little bit empty. The last thing I usually do is doodle on the page, so I can highlight a picture or I can draw a frame or a few lines around them to make it even more full and crafty. There are also some people that fill the page completely, so you cannot even see any white anymore. This is all just however you want it. And it's a hobby that can take your mind off things and to just explore a bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can make mistakes and cover it up with something else. There are no rules, just let your creativity flow. That's like the most fun of this activity. So as you can see in the pictures, I did a lot of things in the summer. I went to a concert of Harry Styles together with a friend, and it was so much fun, but a whole adventure to get there because public transport decided to stop working, and we had to get like an Uber with other people that were going to the concert that we didn't know beforehand, and we had to like get a ride back and like find my parents in like a very disorganized city that was full with people being picked up by their parents or family members. It was insane, but very memorable. I also visited the beach multiple times to just chill or celebrate with some friends. And in July, I went to South Korea, which was the first time I traveled in Asia. And I had already been a fan of their culture through K-pop and K-dramas, and I was so excited to see the places I had seen so often on a screen. And it was everything I imagined and so much more. Like, we were there for 2 weeks. We went from Seoul all the way to Busan along the east coast, and then back up to Seoul along the west coast. And we just saw so much of the landscape and the villages, and it was just absolutely beautiful. The food was delicious. I even climbed a freaking mountain, which I was so unprepared for, but the views were phenomenal and definitely worth it. And I also wore traditional clothing that made me feel like a princess, and I have so many fond memories of that trip. And although I did not put a lot of pictures of that trip in this scrapbook, I have a lot of them already in my room, so I didn't feel the need to put them in my scrapbook as well. Then in August, a lot of things happened. It's the last month before real life starts with uni, and I tried to fill it up completely. I met up with some friends a lot of the time. I read books. I visited my parents on their vacation in the Netherlands. They were camping next to the sea, and we could easily see the sunrise and the sunset, and it was absolutely beautiful. And I also did some goat yoga for the first time as a gift to one of my friends, and it was the funniest experience I've ever had with yoga. The goats were so cute. Like, every time you did a pose and it was close to a goat, they would just like stand against your leg and wanted to be pet. It was super duper cute. And it was also the month that I quit my side job where I had worked for 7 years. And I did it mainly because the next year of uni was going to be very, very busy. I would start my internship, I would work as a student assistant, and I would move abroad for my study exchange in Australia. And I just felt like it was time to let go of this job and focus on those things. So the summer held a lot of fun memories, and I'm so happy that I could put them all in my scrapbook and look back at them and be reminded of the things that I kind of already lost in my mind but revisited again. So I hope you will feel the same thing as I did when you make your own scrapbook. So these are the final pages. We have June in green and yellow to celebrate the sun that is finally shining. Then we have gold with July because it's also sun, but I didn't want to have the same tones. And then we have pink for August, just because I saw this background and pink is really pretty with that. So we have pink. And then that August went on for like a few pages. I hope you enjoyed this video and leave a like to show that appreciation. And let me know what you made in your scrapbook. Until next time, bye!